Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is my Venetian blind. It's one with 50mm slats, PVC, fake wood effect. They're quite expensive, and they are if you buy them made to measure. So I'm going to do a little video now to show you how to trim one of these down so you can buy one that's oversized. So I got one that's 150 centimeters wide. My window's 143.5. So this will just show you how you can just trim one down and save money. Here's my blind out the packet and just laid flat on the floor so I can see what I'm doing. So I've clamped the end of the blind all together with my hand, so it's all close together. This is so when the saw goes through it, it doesn't rattle about and cause nicks and cracks. Then we're going to get some of this stuff, as you can see is frog tape, like decorator's tape. So we can stick that round the blinds like this. So pull them in tight together and wrap the tape around the end. The reason I'm using decorator's tape is because you can remove this without it leaving residue. It comes off really easy as well. I'm just nipping back to the window to double check my measurements. You can't be too sure with measurements. You have to get them right because you don't want to cut it in the wrong place. So my window is 144 centimeters wide, but I'm going to cut this blind to 143.5 to give me a bit of wiggle room. Just so when I pull the blinds up and down, they don't hit the wall and not too close to the recess. Okay, so to work out where you're going to be cutting the blinds, we're going to do some maths. So these blinds are 150 centimeters wide. We need them to be 143.5. So we take that off the 150, which gives us 6.5 centimeters. We're dividing that by 2, one for each end, and we get 3.25 centimeters. So that's the amount you need to take off each end. So you can see in the picture I've got a pink felt. It's easy to see when we do the saw, and I'm just marking up 3.25 centimeters, and I'll do that on each end. So you're going to want something square. I've used my saw because it's got a nice 90-degree angle on it, and I've just hooked that over the sides and then drew a nice pink line all the way down my blinds. It's at 90 degree, it's at 3.25 centimeters, can't go wrong. This is the miter saw. It's the saw I'll be using to cut the blinds. You can use a hacksaw, but I think it will take a long time, and I don't think the cuts will be as straight and neat. I think this would do a better job. So this is the tool I'm using. You just plug it in, pull the trigger, and push it down really slowly. You don't want to go too fast because you'll damage the plastics. There you go. Push, down, push, up. So I've just mounted the blinds into the miter saw brackets. These are at 90 degree, so they're all straight. Now one thing I will say is at this point everything needs to be square and straight because that saw is going to go down into the blinds and you don't want them squiffy because it's going to ruin the blinds. So there they are at that angle, square up against that metal plate. As well as being square up against that plate, I've also got them mounted on some books. So they're on the bottom of the saw and then on books. So the whole blind is level. So I've got a spirit level there with a bubble in it. So I can see that that blind is level. So when the saw goes through, it's going to go through them directly straight down and not at an angle because the blinds are level. That's quite important and that's something you should watch out for. Okay, the moment you've been waiting for, let's cut them blinds. Okay, this is going to be noisy. So, as I've said before, push the blade through real slow. You don't want to go fast because you'll just ruin the plastics. Really slow, through the metal top first and then down into the rest of the plastic. Now this saw is going to go through here and create a perfect cut. I mean, the blade did look big and you think, oh god, is it going to rip things to shreds? No, it goes through them super smooth like butter. As long as you push it down slow, it's fine. So here we go. That's it. That's done. The blade is cutting the blind. I'll speed this bit up now, and then we'll go on and just look at the finished cut. Job done. Here we go. Here's the finished cut, nice and clean. Now you can see a bit of scorch mark near the brown stuff, that just rubs off either a bit of sandpaper or a sponge. It comes straight off, and that's your blind cut. Now you'll know in this video there's lots of prep work. It's very important that you get the prep work right, because that's what makes the final job perfect. It's all in the prep work. All the levels, all together, all the measurements. If you get it all right, it'll go smoothly and it'll just save money at the end of the day. If you get them wrong, you have to buy another blind and it'll cost you twice as much. So make sure you get the prep work right. And yeah, enjoy cutting your blinds. And I hope it saves you money. As always, thanks for watching and please subscribe.